Hello everybody. I think this video is probably a little bit late in coming, but I wanted to do a year-end video kind of going over and thinking about the knives I had bought for the year, and of course I hadn't bought very many. And so I'm going to end up doing a video about why I haven't bought very many knives over the year and what's going on. And in fact, the knives I bought, I think, are these right here. I think that's it. All budget knives, and all just because they were of interest, especially due to their budget nature. The reason that I've come down to for the lack of buying knives this year has been in part due to a lack of interest. There hasn't been a whole lot that really jumped out at me, and the things that have were just out of my price range. And the price range point brings up another issue. Everything's moving up out of price range. If you haven't noticed, that everything's becoming much more expensive, and due to the economy, your dollar's going a lot less distance when it comes to purchasing things. Anyway, let's move to these knives, and then I'll talk a little bit about what I really want to talk about here in the video, which is a comparison. Well, actually, let me start the comparison first, because I want to keep you all's interest here. So I like to show people the value of a dollar by bringing out a dollar that I carry with me every day. This is a peace dollar. This is a 1922 peace dollar. And I carry it in my pocket, and I mean, it's interesting, but I mean, back in, all the way up to really the 30s, this was a dollar in silver, as well as a dollar in US money. And then things started to change. We got inflation, and I liked at the beginning of the year last year to show the amount of inflation by showing off what a dollar at that time was in silver. Yes, that. This little 1 gram token was at the beginning of, or in the middle of last year even, all the way till like March, was $1. It is now, as I speak, closer to $3.30 since March of last year. And so that is a good part of why I have not been able to buy a lot of knives for the channel this past year, or even be interested in a lot of knives. Everything has really exploded in terms of inflation. So now I'm not trying to argue that inflation is more than the official amount or anything like that, but it certainly doesn't seem like our dollar is going as far. And I want to put that out there. So this is the Harbor Freight Icon knife that in D2 that caused a lot of stink because of its resemblance to a beg knife. And, yeah, it does. However, the D2 is really well done. The blade's nice and slicey. The action's really good. The G10 and the carbon fiber are seamless. It is a steel clip, even though it's made to look like a titanium one. Lockup is good. So everything on this knife really makes it a really good knife for, like, I think they're up to 30 or 35 bucks now, but on sale I was able to find it for 25 back at some point this year. $25 for a good knife in D2, that's a good deal. And then, of course, the Ozark Grail. Now, whether or not this is D2 is always going to be up to debate, I think. But this $10 knife has definitely lasted. I mean, I've cut paper with it, but has definitely been worth $10. And so, I mean, it even has full steel liners instead of, hey kitty, watch out. So, anyway, as I was saying, full steel liners on this thing, and it's an amazing knife for $10. For slightly more, just under 20, they came out with a 14C28N aluminum steel framed version, or steel frame version with aluminum scales, and yeah, it's also pretty good. Very small bearings on it, and you can kind of feel the difference. I'm not sure which I would say is. I think the original might have better action, actually. But they're both really cool knives for like a grand total of 30 bucks. when your dollar is now worth a third of this little piece of metal, that's a pretty good deal. So anyway, I know I'm rambling a little bit, but this has been why I really haven't been doing a lot of knife collecting and knife videos over the past year or so, although I still intend to keep doing that. Let me know if you'd like to see more about metals and stuff. I do collect as well. Inflation, devaluation of the dollar. There you go. There you have it. Hope you all have an absolutely wonderful day. It's been Patrick.